Hello everybody, welcome to Randy's Tropical Plants. Today I'm going to be showing you my pineapple patch. This is about 19 individual plants. It's okay to have them all crammed in this way as long as they're all about the same size. I've got these little ones down here on the end so that they don't get crowded out by the big guys. I have these plants on visqueen plastic in pots because here in Tampa, Florida, we have root knot nematodes that attack the roots of these plants. It won't kill them, but it makes them really kind of weak and not very healthy looking and not very productive. The reason I'm showing you these today is because I've got some flowers. Now this one is a brand new flower. It's just beginning to bloom, as you can see. These little purple tubular shaped flowers that come out from the base. It gets this nice red rosy color. Those will continue to bloom successively up the sides of this over the next week or two, and eventually they will look like this. You can see this still has a great deal of the rosy coloration. It's got the tubular flowers are coming out at the top. The crown still has some nice rosy color to it. In another day or two, these will be done, and it will just continue to grow and swell like this one here. Now this one has been done blooming for a little while now. Still has some of that rosy coloration up here on these leaves of the crown, and so it's still got quite a bit of growing left to do. This is maybe not even 2/3 grown, so this isn't the biggest pineapple I've ever gotten. This one over here will likely be about the same size as this one. Good sized pineapple, but again, not the biggest ones I've ever gotten. This is a really odd time of year for me to be getting them. Normally they bloom in March for me, but I was always told that they could bloom any time that they're growing. I was always a little skeptical of that until this year, because this one came up in August and these other two came up in September. So I don't know what that's going to mean as far as ripening them, because normally they come up in March and they ripen in the hot part of the summer. And that's when they're, they got all the juices flowing and they're real sweet and delicious. So we'll see. These are going to be ripening in the wintertime. I have no idea what that's going to mean for their flavor and their sugar content. Common misconception about pineapples is that the sugar is produced in the pineapple. It's not. It's produced in the base of the plant and pumped up through the stem into the pineapple. So the moment that you cut that pineapple off, it has as much sugar as it's going to have. The sugars will ferment and the flavors will change as it ripens further, but it will not actually gain any more sugar. So you really want to let them ripen as long as you can on the plant. And later on I'll show you how I'm going to propagate this. What happens when they bloom is sometimes they'll grow little slips from down below these leaves from underneath the pineapple, and that'll be a new little crown that you can grow. Everybody knows that you can take the crowns off the top once they're done growing and grow those. They will also sometimes grow little suckers from in between the leaves once it's done blooming, and those will grow into a full-sized plant. And another one that comes up through the ground is called a Rattun, and that'll come up from the base below the soil surface and pop up through the ground. What I do is I choose whichever one of those are the strongest. The ones around the crown and the ones around the flower all have to come off, and you can plant them separately, but you choose either the Rattun or the sucker that is the biggest, strongest one, and leave that one on it. Break all the other ones off once they're big enough to break off, and those can be planted just like the crown on the top of a pineapple. And that's actually how I got all of these plants. These are all completely genetically identical to one another. These all came from one store-bought pineapple. And I had almost twice this many at the beginning of this year. I gave a lot of them away just because I was running out of space. And once you get a certain number of them, they reproduce really quickly because you can get 2 or 3 slips around the base of the pineapple, plus the crown, plus 1 or 2 suckers from between, and maybe a ratoon. So from one blooming, you can get maybe 5, 6 new plants. So anyway, I just wanted to show you my beautiful pineapples. Thanks for watching.